Hello, no law today. I'm not talking about law today, so if you don't like my non-law videos, please move on. But we're going to talk about a snake. And here's what happened. Yesterday, I posted a video after I went for a bike ride and I saw a snake in the road. And I titled the video Michigan Rattlesnake. And at the time that I posted the video, I believed that I had seen a rattlesnake. And there's a story behind this and it makes complete sense. But it turns out I was mistaken. However, let me explain. So I'm mountain biking yesterday on a dirt road a few miles from my house, and I see a snake going across the road, and he stops. So I will help snakes, turtles, frogs, anything in the road that I see. I will help them get out of the road. They shouldn't get run over by mountain bikes or cars if I have my say. So I stop my mountain bike, I walk around and walk up behind the snake, and I shot video, so I can post the video up now. And I touched his tail with my foot and he slithered off the road. And I was looking at him. I'd never seen a snake like this before. And there are about 17 or 18 different kinds of snakes that are native to Michigan. And many of them are common, garter snakes, green snakes. And, these are the kinds of snakes I remember hunting for them as a child, catching them, playing with them, letting them go. And so I'm familiar with many snakes. I had never seen a snake colored like this snake before. And as it was skittering away from me, it was rattling its tail at me. Okay, now I understand that there are snakes that rattle their tails that are not rattlesnakes. But there are rattlesnakes in Michigan, including a rattlesnake. It's called a Massasauga rattler. And those actually are in the entire state of Michigan, as well as many other Midwestern states, all the way down to the Southwest, and even some in Ontario, Canada. So it's not something that was an impossible thing. So I saw the snake, I videotaped it, I took photographs of it, and I came back. And when I came back to my office, I actually put up on the screen, I did a search on Michigan snakes. And I found a page that showed photographs of the 17 or 18 snakes in Michigan. And the one it most looked like was the Massasauga rattler. So I put the video up, short video, obviously. And I simply said, hey guys, look what I found. Look what I saw, And the funny thing is that I almost immediately got people saying, Steve, I think your identification is wrong. To which I responded, oh, okay, then what do you think it is? But I also got quite a few hostile comments from people saying, dude, you're an idiot. You're a lawyer. Don't talk about snakes. You know nothing about snakes. I also got some angry emails. And it's kind of strange because I can do topics that are fairly controversial regarding the law. And I will get emails, but not that quickly. I mean, I had emails within 10 minutes, vile emails calling me names for mistakenly saying that I'd seen a different kind of snake than I'd actually seen. I'm not sure why people get so emotionally upset at a misidentification of a snake. So I asked people, I said, well, if it's not the snake I think it is, what kind of snake do you think it is? And I had a guy actually, and I can't remember if it was an email or a comment, say, I showed the video to a friend of mine who's a herpetologist. He's a snake expert. And he pointed out that it's a fox snake. Okay, now there is a snake called a fox snake. The western fox snake is not found anywhere near where I saw this snake. It's not a western fox snake. So the herpetologist who said it was a fox snake, if it was a western fox that he thought it was, no, it's incorrect. Was not true. The eastern fox snake is found in lower Michigan, which is where I am, but nowhere near where I found this snake. It's not an eastern fox snake either, and that's a fact. So the herpetologist expert friend of this guy's was wrong. I also had several people say other names of snakes that aren't even native to Michigan. Okay, so it's not one of those snakes either. So after I got a ton of abuse on this, and I thought, I'll take the abuse on the law videos I do. I'll take the abuse on the videos where I talk about something that's an opinion, that not the law. I don't mind that. But when I'm getting abused because I simply posted a video of a snake and said, hey, look what I think I saw, I'm like, this isn't worth it. So I took the video down and I apologize. And I hate doing that because I've got subscribers who get a notice that a video's gone up and then they go and look for it and the video's gone. And I apologize. That's extremely bad form on YouTube. I understand that. I try not to do that, but I felt like I had to. I shouldn't have sent it to subscribers. I should have just posted it. I've posted a lot of videos that don't go to subscribers. In fact, I might not even send this one to subscribers. I don't know. We'll see. So the thing is that I'm now wondering, well, what kind of snake was it? Because, I mean, the snake was real. It doesn't matter what you call it. I saw an unusual snake, okay? So I realized that I know somebody who's a veterinarian who I assume took a bunch of classes on animals. And whether he would be an expert on snakes, he would certainly know where to start. So I sent some photographs to him and said, what are your thoughts on this? And the first question he asked was, where'd you see it? Because that's the funny thing, is some of the snakes that people had suggested to me that this snake was aren't found in Michigan, as I've already pointed out. So if you see a photograph of something, especially something in the wild, your first question is, where'd you take the photograph? You know, if I sent you a photograph of a rhinoceros and you said, where'd you get that? I said, Michigan. You'd say, oh, you're at a zoo. I mean, there aren't rhinos running around out in the wild in Michigan, right? So he comes back and he goes, eastern milk snake. And I'm like, what? So the funny thing is that when I pulled up the page that simply said Michigan snakes, eastern milk snake was not listed. It was not one of the snakes as being listed in Michigan. I'm like, what? So I double checked, and it turns out that some sites, for some odd reason, don't list the eastern milk snake as being common in Michigan, and it turns out it is. So I looked up the eastern milk snake, and the eastern milk snake is in Michigan, and it looks very, very much like the Massasauga rattlesnake. And in fact, I found several sites that said these two snakes are so similar that they're usually confused, often confused. And one of the reasons they're confused is that people look at the milk snake and go, oh, it's a rattlesnake. That's how much these things look alike. And now here's the thing. Neither of these snakes is all that dangerous. If you get bitten by the rattlesnake that can be found in Michigan, it's generally not fatal. I mean, it's not fun, but it's not fatal. And so if you get bitten by one, it's going to hurt, but it probably isn't going to kill you. But the main thing is that those snakes are extremely reclusive. One of the reasons people don't see them is because they don't like to be seen. They sense someone coming and they take off. They hide. They don't attack people. They disappear. The milk snake is not quite as reclusive, so you're more likely to see one of them. But I was looking at it, and the thing about the eastern milk snake is that the eastern milk snake is described as having red spots as opposed to brown or black spots. And the color didn't look right. So in the discussions I've had with people now since then, I've had people tell me, they said, well, here's the thing. The coloring of the snake and the coloring of the spots on the snake can vary. So you might have found one that simply has lighter spots than you'd expect, or not so red spots. I'm not sure if it'd be lighter, but I guess it'd be more darker as opposed to more like brown spots. And the one way you can tell the two apart, besides whether or not there's an actual rattle on the tail, is the shape of their pupils. Now, I will admit to you, I did not get close enough to the snake to look him in the eye and see what shape his pupils were. But it turns out that the rattlesnake and the milk snake have differently shaped pupils. So if I had captured him and could look him in the eye really, really close without getting bitten, I could have determined which, in fact, it was. But I'm reasonably confident as of right now that the snake that I saw yesterday was an eastern milk snake. And again, it was not a fox snake. The western fox snake is generally only found in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and this snake I saw was not in the UP. And the eastern fox snake generally only occurs in the areas along the Great Lakes in Michigan, which would be Lake Huron and Lake Erie. It has something to do with its aquatic habitat that it likes, or near aquatic habitat. And where I saw this snake was several counties away from any counties that the eastern fox is known to inhabit naturally. So there you have it. It was not a rattlesnake. I apologize. I was wrong. But again, the level of vitriol that was leveled at me for making that mistake, I don't understand. But apparently, the snake aficionados in the audience are more vociferous than I had expected them to become. And for that, I guess I apologize, and I'll be more careful with my snake identifications in the future. Now, I will tell you that I was mountain biking yesterday when I saw the snake, who, by the way, is fine. He got out of the road, and I saw him disappear. He's fine. So I was out running this morning and I see something walking across the road in front of me. And I pulled up my camera and I filmed it and I thought, you know something? I got to show a film to people. But if I say what I think it is, then all of the insect people are going to come out and scream and yell at me. So I'm not going to tell you what I think this thing is. I know what it is. I suspect many of you know what it is too. But I dare not say it for fear it's going to offend the people in the audience who study insects. So there you go. That's the great rattlesnake scam. I apologize for being wrong. Questions or comments or identification of the insect? Remember, it was seen in Michigan. Put them below. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.